and it's telling me going live and it says you're live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my live stream today, wherever you are in the world. Um, I did an interview on a friend of mine's Instagram account. I'll put his account here if you want to check out that interview and check it out. You can see an interview with me. I'm just going to check the chat to see which students are here on time. Lolly lolly, but I am looking for our special student. Every student's special, but of course there's one student I'm very concerned about. And that student knows who she is. Lolly lolly's here. And Layla joined my live stream. Yeah, I pointed a few people to that live stream. So Layla, what did you or Layla, what did you think of my interview with Rob? Let me know. Kavinu, hello. Sleepwalker, there's a special student. How are you doing, Sleepwalker? You know, Sleepwalker, I worry about you every day. Every day I think about, when I read the news, because Sleepwalker's country is having difficulties right now. So I worry about you every day, Sleepwalker. I hope everything is okay. And I think, Sleepwalker, tell us a little information about your life. Are things getting tough there? Okay, I'm going down. And then Michelle, hello. Oh, and then Rob is here. Learn breezy English. There you go. That was where I did the interview, and now Rob is here. So thanks for visiting, Rob. Again, I put the link to the interview, or I put a link to his Instagram account. Go there, follow, watch the interview. I'm trying to move a little quick. There's a lot of comments here. Two. Yeah, I've been doing a live stream once a week since since 2018. Wow. Yeah, I've done probably over 200 live streams in that time. When I first started this channel, I did a live stream every night. I used to do a live stream every night. Farita's here. MJ. Oh, hello, MJ. MJ, you look like a new student. Let me know where you're from. Sleepwalker says, I'm okay, Robin. Thank you for your concern. Okay. Is Sleepwalker in Ukraine? No, Sleepwalker is in the other country. Uh, and as Sleepwalker said, YouTube can be blocked here soon. So, yeah, Sleepwalker, that might come. I will be, Sleepwalker, I'll be very sad if I do not see you next Sunday. So every Sunday I'm checking for you. I hope you're here. And all right, so let's get this started. If you have any English questions, let me know. Or any questions about anything you can see on the side. I'm an expert at everything. Well, I try to be. I'm not always an expert at everything, but I try to be. Oh, MJ's from Australia. So, MJ, are you a student in Australia or are you Australian? Sorry, that was my terrible. I do not do accents very well. I don't even do a Canadian accent very well. I've been outside of Canada so long. Tika's here. Okay, Tika's here. Now we can start. Yeah, the world is an ugly place right now. Uh, Everywhere is suffering, and we can only hope that things return to normal soon. That's my hope. We'll see. Tika says, do you use, here, let's put that on the board. Put that on the board. Let's go to my digital board here. Oh, I'm gonna get rid of that. All right. So Tika, that's too small. There we go. Bigger. We can see it. Interesting question. Do you use Old English, Robin? What is Old English? You're talking like Shakespeare? Um, yeah, I use, their English is an old language, like most languages. If I watch or if I read a Shakespeare play, it's very difficult for me to understand a lot of it because the English has changed. I don't use Shakespeare English. If we go back 200 years, 100 years, we're getting closer to modern English, but yeah, I don't speak like 100 years ago English. Now, if you mean Old English is like from the 1980s, then yes, I speak Old English. I do not speak modern slang. But I think my English is normal, not old, other than I'm an old person speaking English. Interesting. Why do you ask that, Tika? Do you think I'm speaking old English? My Australian accent sounds like a British accent. Yeah, I can't even do that. When I was young, I used to do a really awesome British accent, but I can't anymore. So learn breezy English. Can you do an American accent or a Canadian accent? All right, MJ is a student. What are you studying, MJ? What are you studying in Aust- Australia? Yeah. All right. Layla has another question here. Let's put this up on the board. What is the weather like in your country? How is the weather in your country? Could they be the same in meaning? So we have two questions here. We have three questions here. These are the example questions. And then this is Layla asking about the question. Could they be the same in meaning? What is the weather like in your? Uh, yeah, that's the same. So I'm not going to say there's anything different. If you said, if you're speaking, you're probably going to use a contraction. What's the weather like in your country? And again, we're probably going to use a contraction if you're speaking. How is the weather in your country? Both are fine. Mean the same thing. And MJ, good. Okay, we got a question from the new student here, MJ. How to improve English speaking if I am too shy? And there is the keyword. Let's how big can I put that? 100. Oh, that's too small. 500. There we go. Shy. MJ is worried about being too shy. Well, I teach Korean students, and Korean students, because of the culture in Korea, Korean students are taught when older people are talking, don't talk. So it's very difficult in my class because my students see me as an older person. And the culture teaches younger people when you're around older people, don't say anything, just be quiet. So I have to teach them English. So they're just quiet and shy. They're really afraid to express themselves. Uh, it's just a culture. But to be honest, I don't have time for shy students. Now, this could be a language problem, but I don't see it as a language problem. This is more of your personality. And to learn another language, you can't be shy, right? It's not going to work. It's not going to work that way. Yeah, you can improve your listening, you can improve your reading, but you're not going to master speaking by being shy. So when I was growing up, I was very shy. I was shy until, I became a teacher in Korea. I was still shy. I was shy until about age 30, we'll say 35. Yeah, I was a shy person until about age 35. And Then I got confidence, and then I'm no longer shy. Wherever I am, I can speak to strangers. I can speak to many people. I am not shy anymore. Uh, so, what's the trick? I don't have the answer, but all I can say is you don't need to be shy. Um, you know, I can't really help shy students because they're not willing to try. Uh, but just keep trying. You're in. I'm trying to give the best advice right now, and I really am giving terrible advice. Try step by step. You know, try to talk to one person and then two people, and try to practice speaking more and more. And all I can say is, there's no reason to be shy for any student studying a language. No reason. Okay, I'm sorry. It's a terrible answer, but I keep trying. I believe in you, so I hope you believe in yourself as much as I believe in you. Oh, you watched the other live. Okay, thank you, Sleepwalker. Kind. Lolly Lolly has a question. He made her pour him a drink, and he had her pour him a drink. Please, which one is correct? Well, they both can be correct depending on the context. He made. Let's get rid of this and let's just focus on your sentences here. Why is it giving me? All right. In this sentence, he made her. This is kind of, he forced her. She had no choice in this decision. And this one, he had her pour a drink. Uh, the focus is not really on forcing her. Yeah, he could have forced her. That's possible. But this is a stronger one, pushing her stronger. Of course, there are grammar differences in these two sentences, but I'm not going to go into those right now. That would take a little longer. Yeah, Rob from Learn Breezy English has a background in drama, so I imagine he is never shy. Maybe he has some good advice on how to overcome shyness. I like your Australian accent. No, it's not an Australian accent. It's me trying to have an Australian accent. It is not a real Australian accent. If an Australian person heard my accent, they would cry. It is terrible. Hello, Alyssa. All right, Tika's elaborating here. As far as I know, Old English and Modern English are different, yes? Probably every language, I imagine there's big differences. I watched on a video that someone was showing some strange letters in Old English. Some strange letters. You mean letters of the alphabet? The alphabet has been the alphabet has been the same for a long time. I don't know any strange letters from the alphabet. So our alphabet, as far as I know, comes from the Greek alphabet very long ago. If you look at the Greek alphabet, yeah, it's going to look a little different with some similarities, but the English alphabet has been the same for hundreds of years. Sleepwalker. Is the adjective sneaky connect only with stolen things? And what is the difference between sneaky and insidious? Oh, that's a difficult one. Let's see. See, I got to think quickly here. Sneaky is not. Let's break it up. Sneaky, yeah, it's sneaky is not a positive word. Let's start there. So if you call someone sneaky, it's not like a terrible thing to call someone, but it's not really positive. It's not really a positive thing to call someone. And it's not just with stolen things. So I don't know why you said sleepwalker. You said stolen things, because if we look at the definition of sneaky, behaving in a secret and sometimes dishonest or unpleasant way. So you can see it's a little negative if someone's being a secretive or dishonest, or behaving in a secretive, dishonest way. It's not just with stolen things. So uh, I'm trying to think of an example sentence, and as you know, that's not always quick with me. My dog pretended to be sick to get treats. He or it, I don't know if you think of a dog as family. So this is not a person, but my dog pretended to be sick. It wasn't really sick. It pretended to be sick to get treats, special food. So I could say he's sneaky. He's sneaky. So kind of a dishonest way. So, and you could put it with people. Oh, your second one, insidious. Well, that's going to be more formal, of course. And sleepwalker, if you check your dictionary, you're going to realize that these are not exactly synonyms. So, spreading gradually or without being noticed, but causing serious harm. So, uh, in the same family, these words, uh, so I guess pollution would be insidious, gradual water pollution or air pollution. It could be spreading gradually. So I guess with sneaky, we definitely apply that to humans and animals, but for stuff like pollution, we would not call sneaky. So things we're not really going to call sneaky. We would use this more formal word, insidious. I got to move on. Sorry. Tika. How many French words that can be used in English except cliche? So I don't know how many. I don't have the exact answer to that. How many French? There's a lot. Borrowed words, loan words, cliche, coup d'état, coup d'état. We could just shorten that to a coup. Genre. Uh, there's a lot of words. I don't know. 30%. I don't know if it's that high. It could be. I'm not a linguist. I don't have the answer to that. But there's a lot of French influence on English. My sister's fallen. Who was this from? Layla. My sister's fallen ill, so I was thinking of her around the clock. Did I use around the clock? Okay, so you have an idiom here. Let's isolate it. Yeah, you used it correctly. I was thinking of her around the clock. So around the clock would mean, kind of always around the clock. So kind of 24 hours, always thinking of her. Never stop thinking of her around the clock. So yeah, looks fine. Hello, Win. I think I also have a bad connection today. It's terrible for me. Do I have a bad connection today? Does anyone notice if my internet has a bad connection today? Because when I talked with Rob, we had connection problems. Usually, I do these live streams. I don't really see any connection problems. Let me know if you see a connection problem today. Frida. Though I'm a shy person to the point where I can't even drink a sip of water when I'm around people, I don't know or know used to them much, but I have the confidence at the same time. All right, this is a great sentence. Though I'm a shy person to the point where I can't even drink a sip of water when I'm around people, don't know or I'm not used to them much, but I have the confidence at the same time. Hmm. How can you have the confidence and not have that sip of water? Is this true that you're shy, that you can't even have the sip of water? Learn breezy English. Practice, practice, practice. That's the quick answer to any advice, English advice. Pradeep Kumar Bhatti. Hi, sir. Welcome. You have a question? Let me know. All right, we have learned breezy's English. Speak to people around about a subject you know a lot about and feel confident about. Good advice. I'm seeing. Is that what helped me? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah. I think that's certainly part of it. That's a good step to take. Yeah, you have, if you're really knowledgeable or experienced about something and you have confidence in that topic, and then you talk to people, yeah, that would really help. And I think that's what helped me too, actually. I just became confident in teaching and YouTube and other things in my life, and age helped. Just getting older. Uh, Pradeep, I'm just answering questions. If you have a question, let me know. I noticed that a native speaker used the very between at least. At the very least, you'll need $700 to take this trip. What do you think? Yep. So let's just isolate. So yeah, we want to emphasize the minimum. At the very least, which would mean the minimum point, the minimum. So if someone's taking a trip, the minimum is $700, and we would express that at the very least. So we're throwing in that very to intensify the least, the very least. You're fine here. Well, with the connection. Very curious, Rob, why our our connection was terrible on Instagram. And did you have that issue before? Because I I have that issue if I go out, maybe because I use my phone, and maybe my phone is just too old now. Uh, but I use my phone. I use my phone for my Instagram lives. But this is one person. I think two people is too much resources on my phone. So Rob, I am going to take blame and think it must be my phone, and just two people chatting on Instagram is just too much for my phone. That's my guess. How old is your? Did you use computer or phone? This phone is about 4 years old. Maybe it's just too old. Susanna, hello. Susanna from Barcelona, welcome. Layla has another question. I'm home lonely. I'm alone at home. Which one makes more sense in your opinion? Well, Layla, lonely and alone are very different words. So um, they're not the same word. And you cannot use it. You can see right away that Google's telling me your grammar is wrong. You cannot say I'm home lonely. So you might say I'm lonely at home. Let's keep it the same structure as the other sentence. So I'm lonely at home. I'm alone at home. These do not mean the same thing. So what is lonely? Lonely means, yeah, I'm alone. There's only me, but I feel I want someone else to be around me. Okay, I need someone to talk to me or someone to be with me, but there's nobody there. I feel lonely. So alone means nobody is there. For me, I live alone. There's only me in my house here. But I am not lonely. I do not miss, I'm happy to be alone. I am not lonely. I do not want other people here. Learn Brazilian. No, I blame your old phone. Yeah, it's probably cannot handle two people. Home alone. Uh, yeah, you could say from the movie, I'm home alone. My phone is the iPhone 10. Now, I'm a Samsung user because I live in Korea, so there's Samsung everywhere. So, an iPhone 10 looks like an older model. I don't know if that's a newer model or older model. I don't know about iPhones. What's the current version of iPhone? Current version? Yeah, in Korea, we don't, there's not many iPhone. Well, there's iPhones, but most people use Samsung. Like me, I've used Samsung since I got here. This is from Alyssa. Am I using the idiom volendol correctly? They say that laughter is the best medicine to me. It's not the be all and all cure. Okay, I'm going to just say for all diseases. Be all end all. Yeah, you're using it correctly. Um, I'm going to get the definition here. Got to get the other students up to date. So, the definition, the most important part of something or the reason for something. So, he acts as if he acts as if making money is the be all. Oh, they're putting a hyphen there. And end all, they're putting a hyphen there, of human existence. So the be all end all is the most important thing. So in your sentence, laughter is not the most important thing to cure a disease. The be all and end all. It's been a long time since I heard that one. Koreans don't use that. So the answer to your question, Alyssa, is yes. You're using using it correctly. And Layla says, I can't know your answers to my questions. You can check it later. Oh, Frida, you're using a Galaxy A51? I don't even remember what I'm using. My phone is a Galaxy A8 Star. And how old is it? When did I turn that on? 2018. So September 9th, 2018. That's when I activated this phone. You're using a Galaxy A51. What is an A51? I'm checking it here. That was your A51 is newer. That's 2019. So my phone is older than the Galaxy A8 Star is older than the A51. There's so many phones. Sleepwalker. Robin, do you use the word poppycock or is it old fashioned? You know, yes, I have used that, but is that, it sounds British English. It could, I'm going to check that. Poppycock. I have used that. And that, yeah, it doesn't say British English. So it's American, British English, poppycock. It's a little old. It is a little old fashioned. I'm old fashioned, I guess. It's not Shakespeare, but so to get everyone caught up here, poppycock means ideas, statements, or beliefs that you think are silly or not true. So when someone says an idea or a belief and you think it's not true, you're going to say poppycock, poppycock. That's poppycock. And yeah, little old fashioned. I don't think new people or young people use that. Uh, if Learn Breezy English is still around, do you use poppycock? It sounds British, but it actually comes from Dutch. You can feel lonely. Yeah, there you go. You can feel lonely even when you have people around you. Well, that's very sad. Sad but true. Is Rob here telling us about his life? I'm just kidding. You could feel lonely even when you have people around, even when you're not alone. Maybe perhaps a lot of my students feel lonely, but they're not alone in their home. Farida. I personally prefer Samsung over all other phone brands. I don't really like iPhone. Me too. I agree. But of course, we don't want to go to war with the iPhone people, so I have to remain neutral. I love Samsung, but iPhone is okay. We don't want to go to war with iPhone people. iPhone people, people who have the iPhone, very loyal to that brand. So I don't want to upset them. Robin, are you feeling better after your third vaccine? I didn't get the third shot. So some of you don't know. I'll just explain quickly. I got my first shot in October, and I think around the beginning of November, I got my second shot, the booster, the first booster shot. I had a severe reaction to the booster shot. Now, I don't want to scare people. I think the vaccine is good at that time. Yeah, people need to get the vaccine. But I was one of the few people that had a severe reaction and I had to be hospitalized. I went to the hospital and I still feel some negative health effects from that booster shot. They're still ongoing. I've been to the hospital a couple times. I'm okay today, but yesterday I was sick. So because of the my reaction to the vaccine, I'm not getting another shot. Okay, it's my that doesn't. I'm not promoting. I'm not telling you not to get a shot. I want everyone to be properly vaccinated. But for me, something's wrong. It's better if I just avoid the vaccine. Suzanne, doing the inversion to add emphasis. How do I know when to have or do? Do you have an example sentence so I know what you're talking about? Okay, I got it. I'm just gonna, because you didn't give me an example, I'm gonna steal one from the BBC. Don't tell them. I had never met someone so interesting. So this is the correct way. Becomes never had I met someone so interesting. So the first thing I'm going to say, this is a spoken phenomenon. If you're writing, you want to write this sentence, and if you speak, you could speak this sentence. But sometimes you're going to hear this inversion, where they're putting the never. And yeah, that happens in English. Native speakers they're going to they want to express the negative point first. So up here, they're expressing I first, but here they want to express never. Never had I met someone so interesting. Never had I met someone so interesting. So they're just putting they want to, when they're speaking, they want to put that emphasis on the never. So, how do I know when to put have or do? I'm not sure exactly. I don't think this is a simple answer. There's probably rules, and I would need to do research on those rules because I never had this question before. The inversion happens with multiple verbs, not just add or do. And I'm not sure if this is your question. So I got to move on, Susanna. So your question was too complex for me right now. I might do another video on that. So, Alyssa, why are we pink? So, Alyssa is saying, is it good to pontificate about your success? And are you asking me this question or are you just showing off your big vocabulary? Pontificate. And because you use big vocabulary, I gotta bring in everyone else. I gotta teach everyone else what pontificate means. Pontificate about or on something. To give your opinions about something in a way that shows that you think you are right. So, is it good to pontificate about your success? I don't think I've ever used pontificate in my life. Those words are too big for me. I'm going to get some examples. So you're using the word success. I'm giving my opinions about my success to show you're right. I'm not sure if we use it that way. You're giving. I don't. You don't really give a. Well, you can give opinions about success, but I'm going to grab the example from the internet here. which makes more sense to me. He was pontificating about art and history. So he's talking about art and history in a way. He's giving his opinion. It's a negative word. When people pontificate, we don't like those people. They're kind of pretending to be smart or something, smarter than they actually are. Poppycock is extremely formal. You say formal. That does not sound like a formal poppycock. Poppycock is extremely formal. Poppycock. Sleepwalker, if you feel lonely, just start a live stream and we will come. Um, I don't feel lonely. Learn breezy English. I like my own company. All phone brands are welcome to Learn English Live. Some of you are watching Learn English Live on iPhone. Awesome. All right, Frida, I'm lonely. Thanks for the long comment. Let's fix it up a bit. I'm lonely too, although I'm surrounded by many people, but I'm used to it and happy because it's better than being with toxic and, let's say, depressing people. Yeah, toxic people. There's a lot of toxic people, especially on the internet, especially in WhatsApp. Learn breezy English. I am loyal to Apple, so you're welcome. All right, CMJ, if you're still around. Robin, did your doctor mention how many people had the same reaction like you had? A few people had same as me after the vaccination. Uh, because of the vaccination, the world is promoting the vaccination. So most research is showing how the vaccination is helping to stop, prevent COVID. There's not much research on the side effects of COVID, and a lot of governments don't want to. They don't want to focus on the side effects right now. So probably when COVID is ending, it seems to be we're closer to the end of COVID than the beginning. But certainly in the next few years, there'll be more research on the bad parts of the vaccine and people like me, what happened. I'm not gonna worry about that. When I never inject any vaccine until now, I think my body and mind will be stronger after crisis. Yeah, it's your decision, Wayne. But yeah, you should be okay, Wayne. You're pretty young. But if there's older people in your family, I would, if you're over 60, definitely I recommend get the vaccine and boosters. Who's this from? Kelly, Lucina. Hello, welcome. Which type of questions in English is good to develop chat in group? I am tried it first. Mm, I feel you. So I have WhatsApp groups, and I've had these WhatsApp groups for years, and when I enter these groups and I say hey, and people will all say hi, and they ask the basic question. Now the really basic question is how are you, and then where are you from, and you get all these simple questions. And every day is just a repeat of these same questions, and I don't even want to answer them anymore. So when I join the group, people, everyone's just asking the simple questions, and I don't want to talk with them then. So you're right. Probably everyone's sick of these questions. So you're trying to make conversation, but people don't want to talk the simple questions like how are you, because that's not really that's a start to a conversation, but that's usually the only conversation. How are you? I'm fine. How are you? And then there's no actual discussion. And then there's people that don't want to talk about their private life, and there's people that want to talk about religion and politics. So there's always difficulty talking to people, strangers. What is the perfect topic to get everyone talking and everyone interested in you and what you're saying? And it depends on the group, and it depends on the age of the group and the country of the group. So I've had a lot. I have the most successful conversations I'm going to have, whether you're chatting in a group or speaking to someone, to always get their interest is talk about love. So relationships. Everyone has an opinion. Everyone is eager to tell a story. So if I want to get my group talking, I'll ask something about your first kiss, or I might put a question: should couples kiss on the first date? And really, everyone likes talking about love, but not everyone is comfortable talking about love. So there's the second topic. There's some people that don't really care about love, or they don't want to talk about love. Second topic is money. So if I can sense this group or this group of students are not really into love topics, I go to money, and then I start talking about money, and then people will start engaging in whatnot. So those are my two topics that I know work in a group to get people talking. So develop questions, and don't always ask questions. It's good just to talk about your story. So I'm very happy if I go into a group and, for example, someone asks me, uh, Robin, where are you from? Well, okay, I don't want to answer I'm from Canada because I answer that every day in my life. So maybe I just skip that question. But if another student says, I'm from Sri Lanka and today was a holiday in Sri Lanka and I did this today, usually, okay, I might ask questions to that student. So don't always ask questions to other people. Just talk about your life and they will ask you questions. So, but try to be interesting. So, sorry, Kelly, I got to move on. Okay, this is from Layla. I was far from my phone, so I didn't reply to your call. I was away from my phone, so I didn't reply to your call. Far and away are both adjectives and have the same meaning as this case. Right. This is right. I was far from my phone, so I didn't reply to your call, or I didn't reply to your message. I didn't answer your call. I was away from my phone, so I didn't answer your call. You answer the phone, you reply to message. But anyway, it's the same. It's the same. Ram, hello, welcome. Message retracted from Ram. I'm curious what Ram said. Welcome to the channel. Don't be shy. The idea of leaving my hometown never crossed my mind. I don't know if I use crossed my mind. That is correct. Lots of idioms today. So never crossed my mind means I never thought about it. So the idea of leaving my hometown, Layla has never thought about leaving. She's comfortable there, never crossed her mind. Okay, we got something else from Susanna. For example, scarcely had we set off when our car broke down. Oh, that's a little awkward. Could I write scarcely did we set off when our car broke down? Scarcely. Are you using the right word here? Scarcely had we set off when our car broke down. Scarcely did we set off. Let Let me check that in a little more detail. I'm going to give me a second on this one. The sentences themselves seem awkward.
Of food was distressing.
I'm checking Youglish. Where did you get? Are these your sentences, or did you get them from a book? All right, so scarcely. I don't often. No. What would that be? No sooner had. Scarcely has a few meanings. So, kind of immediately after we set off when our car broke down. So, scarcely. This one seems correct. Scarcely did we set off. I think had. I'm going to use had. I don't know what this is example, but I like the had. This one is difficult for me. I don't use scarcely enough, but scarcely is, I'm pretty sure is going to go with the had. Frida, can you use depressive as an adjective? That's a dictionary question, and you know I don't like dictionary question. Here's the Oxford Dictionary. There's scarcely. We put in depressive. What does it say right there? Adjective. So there's your answer. Sleepwalker says hobbies, interests, talents are good topics. Sleepwalker, those are good topics, but to be honest, most people do not have hobbies, interests, talents. Most people just work, go home, watch TV or YouTube. Very rarely do I meet people with very interesting hobbies. So, yeah, it's possible if you could find people with interesting hobbies or interests. But most of the people I'm talking to, what did you do today? I worked. What did you do today? I studied. What are you going to do on the weekend? Watch TV. Uh, Sometimes, yeah, people take a trip. So that's another topic I like is travel. Whenever students are talking about traveling, I'm interested. But uh, depends on the group. Depends on the group. Good advice. And as well, we all learned English learning methods are also good. Good for you. I hate. I'm an English teacher, but I hate when I go into my WhatsApp and every day of my life, there's the same question. How do I learn English? Every day. How do I learn English? And I don't like this question. I don't like students who ask this question because we already, you have the answer to that. You've heard the answer 1,000 times. Read, write. You know how to learn English. You know how to learn any language. You got to put in the effort. If I want to study French, I don't need to ask how do I learn French. I know. Okay, I gotta learn vocabulary and grammar, and I gotta practice. Everyone knows. So when I go into a group and I see some every day, Robin, how do I learn English? I'm tired of answering that. So you like to talk about that sort of topic, but in my chat groups, I prefer to talk about real life experiences. So, Sleepwalker, I'd rather you don't ask me about learning English. I'd rather you just talk about your life and we interact more as a friendship. And then I'm going to chat with you more if I'm interested in the topic. And sometimes I go into the WhatsApp group if I'm lonely and I want to just chat with people, but they're just asking English questions. So, well, I want to chat, but they're asking English questions. That means I got to work, right? If I'm like right now, I'm working. This is my job. I'm very happy when people ask questions that are not about English or they're talking about stuff not about English. But of course, if you ask an English question, that's my job right now to help you. But when I want to relax and I go into WhatsApp and then people are just asking all these grammar questions, I'm like, oh. So I prefer chat. And chatting is probably more helpful to a lot of students. Kelly, thank you. I like listening to people's stories in the groups and tell them, yep, telling stories, make them interesting. And Cavino's back, no problem. All right. Layla knows the difference between answer and reply. And Layla has another question here. What this sound is? What what this sound is? I am hearing. It's annoying or noisy. Which one makes? Well, you can use this sound as annoying and this sound as noisy. Those are different words. These are not the same words. You can use both sentences, but they mean different things. So this is going to be a dictionary. Annoying. Right from the Oxford Dictionary. So if Rob is still listening, uh, I discourage students to ask me dictionary words. I encourage students to go to the dictionary, figure out the word, and bring me an example sentence because teachers are not dictionaries. We're here to help you use the language, not teach you the definition of words. You can learn that on your own time. All right. So annoying, making somebody feel slightly angry, and noisy, making a lot of noise. So these are different words. Of course, a noisy sound is annoying. It can be annoying. I hear a noisy sound. Oh, that's annoying. That noisy sound. But you can use this noise or this sound is annoying. It's bothering me. Or this sound is noisy. It's very loud. But very loud. I like it. The concert was noisy. I was happy. I was at the concert. Very noisy, very loud. I was happy, having a good time. So noisy doesn't always mean annoying, but usually it does. Thanks for that, Leila. I hope that helps you out. All right, let's finish in the next few minutes. Get your last questions in. I'm going to finish. Any last comments? Let me know. I'm going to finish soon. I guess it's hard to find some people who have the same hobbies and talents. Yes. So, Layla, your hobby is art and drawing. And yeah, you're not going to find those people in WhatsApp, right? You have to look in a different group. Sleep Parker, yes, I met between learners to discuss it. Yeah, I just wanted to complain. Sometimes I use the live stream to complain about my life problems. Layla, I'm just picking on you. Don't cry. I'm not always friendly, Layla, but I'm not always friendly. I'm not one of those teachers. Hi, everyone. Good job. If you watch me, you know I'm not that teacher where I'm always positive. I can be nasty sometimes and pressure students, you know, don't waste my time. I want to encourage students to meet me halfway. So, as a teacher, my job is to, let's go to full screen. So, as a teacher, my job is to point, look at this, go this way. And the good students will look where I'm pointing and learn where I'm pointing. And if I say go this way and do that, and they will go that way and do that. But some students want me to hold their hand and walk with them on the journey of English. And some students want me to carry them on the journey of English. So I'm not going to carry you. You have to put in time and effort yourself to learn. And sometimes I might hold your hand on this English journey, but I am usually just pointing. You do it. I'm not going to help you too much. I'll help you, but not too much. You do it. You got to put in the effort. Kavinu, when we are pronouncing the word understand, why we pronounce the letter R? Why? R understand? Why do we? I'm checking in Oxford here. So the British version, there's no R, so I'm not British.
Understand.
Understand, there's no R, but the American version, there is an R.
Understand.
Understand. So, Cavino, make sure you know there's a difference between British English and American English. And British English, they're not going to, in the British English, R is a very weak consonant. So there's a lot of words, R is in the spelling, but they do not pronounce the R. But in American English, which is closer to me, we always pronounce the R. In brilliant, again, I would just go to the Oxford Dictionary here. And brilliant in British English, you pronounce the R.
Brilliant.
And American English, you pronounce the R.
Brilliant.
So with the word brilliant, you pronounce the R in both English and American. Susanna, and finally, Robin, when is your birthday, please? My birthday is already past, long ago. So I do not want and I do not need any birthday wishes ever. Thanks a million, Robin. Thanks a bunch, Cavino. Layla, when you point out the right way, you would help us more than when you hold our hands on the right road. Yeah, but nicer teachers will do more. But as with you, Layla, you are very diligent. So I want to support you, but I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to carry you. And look, Layla, you have improved your English so much by yourself. You did it yourself, and that is the way to do it. I respect you, Layla. You did it yourself. You didn't depend on me to carry you, Layla. You did it yourself, and your English improved so much, so much. And that's the way. All right. Thank you, Susanna. And we have one last question from Pachu Yadav. How to learn pronunciation. Well, pronunciation, first you need to train your ear. So the first part is listening. you got to hear that different pronunciation and how to pronounce words. So you really got to improve your ear, your listening. And yeah, of course, then you got to practice speaking. Uh, you can listen to native speakers on YouTube or wherever, and you can copy how they say the words. You mimic, or another method, shadowing native speakers. Listen to songs, sing songs that can help with pronunciation. But the key is listening a lot and then copy what how they say it. Not just pronunciation, but you also have intonation and stress of words. All right, thank you. And Pachu, I only read English by reading and writing. Well, I think you want to say I only learn English by reading and writing. Well, you have to start speaking and listening more. All right, sorry, I'm going to end the live stream now. It's over an hour and I get tired. So good luck to everyone. Keep studying English. I hope to see Sleepwalker. I hope to see everyone next week, but uh, for the next few months, Sleepwalker is our VIP student. And I think of you every day, Sleepwalker. Every time I turn on the TV or read the news, I'm wondering what's happening with you. How's your life going? So I hope everything goes well. Stay safe, and hope to see you here next week along with the other students. All right. All right. Jonathan.